Hello, and welcome to Caregiver Chronicles. My name is Sarah, and I am here today by myself, and I want to talk to you guys about my experience with COVID, just a short little update kind of on that. So in September, I was diagnosed with COVID, and I had a pretty moderate case. I don't want to say severe because I wasn't hospitalized or anything like that. I did go to the ER when I first got symptoms, but I was not hospitalized. I was able to recover at home. Granted, it took me a long time. I have been experiencing after effects from it that I have talked to some people about in my personal life. I haven't really discussed much on the podcast, but I would like to do that. And then I'm also going to discuss with you just a couple other things, like how to keep your family safe if someone in your house does get diagnosed, what we did, because when I got it, nobody else in my house got sick, thank God. I just want to give you guys all of that information. I think it will be helpful. I've been asked a couple times. I know a lot of people who've had someone that they live with get it and, reach out to me and just say, hey, Sarah, what did you do? How, it's a miracle that in your house, you were the only one to get it. Nobody else got it. I did feel very, very sick very, very fast. That was my experience with it. I know not everybody gets the same symptoms. Not everybody feels the same way. I never really lost my sense of taste or smell. I think I may have lost my sense of taste a little bit, but not a lot. I really lost my appetite. It took me greater than a month to get my appetite back. Probably took me maybe 6 or 8 weeks before I really felt like I was hungry again. I would eat because I knew I had to, but I wasn't really hungry much. I very small portions and, really wasn't interested in eating snacks or anything like that. So it took a while. While I was, actively sick with it in bed, I didn't eat much at all. Crackers and, people had sent food and I ate a little bit of it, but honestly, there was a point I couldn't keep anything down. I was very sick. My symptoms were as follows: the cough, the fever, body aches, shortness of breath. That lasted greater than 4 weeks for me. That lasted longer. That lasted for a while. Fatigue. I still get fatigued a lot easier than I did before having it. I don't know if it's an effect that I'm having or what. I just noticed I still get tired a bit easier. But I am getting my energy back slowly and surely. I didn't really lose my sense of taste or smell. However, another effect that I have, I keep smelling things that aren't there, like more specifically burning sensations and things like that. I'll smell like burning, or I'll smell like perfume on, or, just all kinds of random things. I think I smell poop sometimes and I don't. I think my son pooped and I'll go check and there's nothing. That's actually called olfactory hallucinations, and it's where you smell things that aren't there. It's very common, I'm finding out, with people who've had COVID. So I still have that, and it's been greater than 3 months. The other symptoms I had were nausea, diarrhea, vomiting. I think I said that already. I'm sorry. Another symptom I had that is kind of weird, and somebody else I know had mentioned she had experienced the same thing too. And actually a couple other people I know have mentioned they experienced this. It was like a COVID fog, like COVID confusion, where you get a little bit confused. And it took me a while before I felt like my brain was normal again. I noticed I was confused a lot faster. I couldn't always process things as well as I was before. And I would get off topic very easily and then back on topic and kind of forgot what I just said. My husband noticed that for a little while. That took a little bit. That took about probably a little longer than a month for that to go away. And I noticed that with other people who've experienced it too. So I have had some lingering symptoms when I had COVID, and, the olfactory hallucinations and the fatigue, I think, are two that I'm still kind of dealing with. The fatigue has decreased significantly, but the other night I was in my bed and I could smell SpaghettiOs. I couldn't figure out, we don't even have SpaghettiOs in my house right now, so I don't know why. And it's kind of funny, I guess. But yeah, so I wanted to share that with you. But otherwise, physically, I'm doing very well. Mentally, I did have some anxiety after having it. Going back into work and taking care of people who had it, there was a lot of anxiety with that. But, I don't think I was the only one to experience that. I think we all kind of had that feeling of like, I'm an outcast now, or I don't feel well now, or I'm afraid to do this, and rightfully so. And I do have anxiety still. I'm still afraid to catch it again, which, you can. It's not a virus that once you get it, you're immune for life. You can get it again. So just please be careful. So in my house, nobody got it. I was the only one. And we took some kind of crazy extreme measures. And one of the things we did was I would not let my husband in the bedroom because I was already in there. He had to sleep on the couch. I felt a little bit bad about it, but he was fine with it. He knew it was the safest thing. I kept my bedroom door closed, and the kids stayed in their room as much as possible. If anybody left the room that they were designated to, that was their room, they had to wear a mask. So yes, we wore masks in our own home. And this is why masks work. Because I wore my mask when I left my room. I had to leave my room to go to the bathroom and to shower, which I did not shower every day. I know when I had COVID, when I would take a shower, it was just too much for me. I was showering, I think, maybe every other day or every 3 days when I was feeling my worst. I just didn't have the energy to do it. I did have diarrhea when I had COVID, so I was going to the bathroom quite a bit. I wore 2 masks over my face the entire time. I made sure, my nose and my mouth were covered. And just getting up, I would start coughing. Like I would cough and cough and cough and get out of breath just going to the bathroom. But I made sure I closed the door when I was in the bathroom. Did what I had to do, wash my hands, sprayed the entire bathroom down with Lysol. As soon as I left, the handles, anything I touched, anything I coughed near, the shower, everything. I did not wipe it. I just let the Lysol spray sit. So yeah, our stuff got kind of sticky and icky. But it was disinfectant. Or just any disinfectant that I had on hand I used. It was usually Lysol. And then I sprayed the hallway following me out back into my room. So I would carry a Lysol spray with me. And then my husband went back in and sprayed it after. We kept ceiling fans on in the kitchen and in the kids' rooms. They each have a ceiling fan in their bedroom. We do not have a ceiling fan in the living room, but we kept windows open in there. I know right now it's December and it's a bit cold to open windows, but we did that as well. If my husband left the living room, he put a mask on. He wore a mask to prepare food for the children. He wore a mask if he brought me anything or if he took anything away from me. Washed it immediately, washed his hands immediately, between tending with each kid. And then if my kids went outside to play, they had to wear a mask through the house till they got to the backyard. And that was kind of how we kept everything, from spreading. And, we have a small 3-bedroom. Our house is about 900 square feet, maybe a little bit less. So we have a small 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. And that is how we survived without getting anyone else sick. My youngest son, it was difficult to keep him in his room because of his special needs. He really didn't understand. My husband had to take him for rides around the block. We did that for, I think, 15 or 16 days, which I believe you really only have to be that extreme for about 10. But I wanted to be safe and not sorry. So we did that for about 15 days. And it honestly took me about 15 days before I felt well enough to just stand up. That's just my advice on how to handle it if it gets into your house and what to do. The other thing I want to talk about, the COVID vaccine is supposed to be available very soon. I actually got a paper at work last night to fill out on whether I will take the vaccine or not. And I am going to get it. I don't know yet if it will be the Pfizer or Moderna one. The Pfizer one has been approved by the FDA at this point, but the Moderna one has not, but they're expecting it to be approved soon. I also know that the Moderna vaccine, there is more of it available, and it doesn't need to be refrigerated at a lower temperature like the Pfizer one does, so it's easier to transport. So I'm just kind of waiting on finding out which vaccine I get. I will keep you guys posted on that. I think that that's very, very important to let you know what I experience, what side effects I experience, and what, if I think it's worth it to get it or if I think it's not. Right now, I think it is. I know how sick I got with COVID. I don't know if I still have antibodies because it's been greater than 3 months. When I'm in contact with residents, I take the shield off to get meds ready and things like that. But for the most part, we have that, we have more PPE available to us right now, which is, super important. We're wearing gowns for every resident's care. We're being very stringent about that, which is, really, really, really important. I can't stress that enough, how important masks are. So I will be getting the vaccine soon, and I will keep everybody posted on, I want to do daily updates for the first week with how I feel after getting the vaccine, because I know a lot of people are worried about side effects. I know a lot of people are concerned about, well, am I going to get sick from the vaccine? What's going to happen? As far as I know, the COVID vaccine is not a live vaccine. I am not an expert on this. I think that you should definitely speak to your doctor before getting it. I know allergic reactions to it are rare. But I will definitely be getting it. And I will start off with a daily update for the first week. Then from there, I'll do a weekly update for a couple weeks. Then I'll probably do a bi-weekly or monthly update on how I'm doing, if I still have antibodies. All this stuff. I also know that if it's the Pfizer vaccine, I will have to get 2 injections, and I think the Moderna is only 1, but I'm not sure. So I will keep you all posted on that. I think it's just, I don't know, I think it's just important to share my experience. There's a lot of fear right now with the vaccine and it being so new and everything, and I know I have the opportunity to get it early, and I will be doing it, because I know how sick I got with COVID, and I just don't ever want to get that sick again. I also know that there's a high chance that I could spread it if I get exposed to it again. I'm not sure if this will be up. I think this will be up before Christmas. So I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday, and enjoy whatever day you celebrate. Stay safe, stay well. Try to avoid the big family gathering for Christmas. I know it's hard to do that, and I know it sucks this year, but hang in there, guys. This is almost over. We see a light at the end of the tunnel. Just hang in there. Reach out to me. Let me know how you're doing. You can find me at Caregiver Chronicles on Facebook. You can find me at CaregiverChron2 on Instagram. CaregiverChronicles@gmail.com is our email. Feel free to shoot us an email, and also check out our website withmywifepod.com. We are currently transcribing our episodes of Caregiver Chronicles into blog form on there, and we are going to continue to share our stories, and I'll probably, if I do the vaccine updates, it'll be on there. And I'll also include if I'm still experiencing fatigue faster, or the olfactory hallucinations. I'll include that on there too. That's pretty much it for this episode. It was a short one. I just wanted to keep you guys updated on all that with the updates. That'll be on the blog on withmywifepod.com. Don't forget the pod on With My Wife. So again, withmywifepod.com, that's our website. You can also find Remy's podcast on there, Racing with Remy, which is adorable. And you can also find the Spotify link to our other podcast, I Watched It With My Wife. And there's even a little surprise on there. Something new is coming in January from me and Jeremy. So with that, again, I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next week.